How can all of the abductions work? Why are there more and more phenomena that lead us back to the existence of UFOs? Then, the mysterious case of the Bermuda Triangle. What's there? Official stories of disappearances of all kinds, right in that area. What is so different about that part of the ocean compared to all the others? Given the small amount of the ocean we have explored, we are probably missing out on something. Fortunately, many researchers and experts have decided not to just limit themselves to studying just the skies, but have decided to broaden their research to then reach the great discovery, the USOs, unidentified submerged objects, the so-called UFOs of the sea. Are we perhaps surrounded? For now, the Earth is the only planet containing that precious component, water. Is what is here really ours, or is it thanks to someone or something else that we have all of this? Have we been visited in the distant past by technologically advanced civilization? Perhaps right at the dawn of our evolution. That's right. We can from antiquity
Excuse me.
through space travel, landing on the surface of our planet, coming from the stars that fill our skies. Our ancestors were surprised, seeing spaceships that emitted light and noise descending upon them, and recognizing the differences in human form, they were undoubtedly significant. Technologically advanced beings. He talks about creatures with four heads that emit divine, shining light. He says they appear as human-like beings. The first is seated on a flying throne, where underneath it, wings that when they beat, emit a sound similar to that of a swan. Exactly the same description of a space shuttle or or a departing space missile. Ezekiel speaks of flying devices and describes them as wheels within other wheels. And here, technology is translated into the supernatural. A fundamental step towards understanding the truth. A truth that comes from far, far away. In some caves in Italy, there are drawings depicting astronauts wearing helmets. Also in America, in Utah, we have petroglyphs of strange creatures with antennae on their heads wearing helmets.
see. Um, Blunsky. Yo, what up, guys? I didn't even know everybody was here. Come on, dude. Hit the link if you want. I'm just chilling, smoking a blunt. I like this beat.
Show you guys how to create a beat for your vocals. Start it off with one vocal line. I pretty much just do this.
Oh, that's dope.
And I just started off with vocals. You can do it too on Soundtrap.
Soundtrap. I'll be getting on that. Salute, Empress. Then when? Whoa. Leading on, least to the port. Turning the radium, see a spark. So Copper Tone, put the link, bro.
Purchase your beat. Holy shit. Record. Fuck.
Traded in by the masquerade, and I'm seeing spark. I said we are dark. Heart slept too long. Open the heart of me.
Purchase your beat. Holy shit. Record. Fuck.
What's up, Christos?
Hey, Tiz, what's good?
What's you up to, man?
Just finished up talking to Ian here about like 20 minutes ago. We were
Yeah.
going into the Jester thing again. It was getting real interesting. Definitely try to stretch my imagination and push the envelope a little bit. Try to force myself to think in different abstract ways that, I
Hell
haven't
yeah.
thought before. And, doing it on the whim too, not even pre-preparing. Just came
That's
up
the
with
way
a
to
couple,
do it, man.
yeah, a couple of words in my head that sounded aesthetic and made sense to me, and I had a little rough idea about what I wanted to say based off those two things, and then we ran from there. Yeah, it was fun. It was a nice little short thing. I'm glad you're streaming.
I watched a little bit of it.
Yeah.
I was. Go ahead.
I was just saying. It took me a little bit to warm up in the beginning, because I had a few base ideas to talk about with the tower card, but I was trying to like make the connection between the tower and the fool, and I knew there was something there, but it was definitely it was like a freestyle for sure. I was thinking on the fly, so it was a little bit of a challenge, but like I wanted to do that. I'm underslept right now, but I'm also vibing pretty hard today, and I felt like, despite some of the circumstances being unfavorable, I want to just go ahead and go live with Ian and talk about some of these things because I know that there's substance here and that I just
Yeah.
trust that I'll be able to communicate something significant about it. And so I did.
Absolutely. And that's the whole point, right? Is to create meaning and how did that guy say it? Do you ever listen to Morgue Official?
No.
Check this guy out. I'm gonna show you this guy.
Create meaning and tailor mythology. We have to create our own mythology, and that's why I had Ian label the title as Shadow Jesters and Castle Towers, because it gives you an image in your head. It makes you think about different vibes.
Yeah. Have you ever did you vote on that poll?
Wait, which one, about talking more on the subject, or?
Well, the one that I think that Ian made, he had said, have you ever encountered a shadow jester?
Oh, I don't think I got a chance to vote because of the way I had it set up on my phone. I
Oh,
was
I
listening
see.
to stream, but
Yeah.
did a lot of people say yes?
Yeah, I've definitely had an encounter with something, and you. So you had brought it up that that these things could be yourself, or was that you? Maybe it was somebody else. Did I lose you?
Yeah, that was me. Yeah, that was me that said that.
Yeah. So it's like,
The jester is based around reflections, so like it makes sense. A shadow jester could be a reflection of yourself.
I don't know. Did you ever get into ICP?
Oh, nice.
Infinity?
I'm glad you brought that up. I think you brought it up last time we talked about
Yeah,
this. I know
yeah,
about them. I know about them because of like Tech Nine. I know there's like Juggalo culture or whatever it's called, but like I
yeah,
never like got into them per se.
yeah. It's kind of cultish, but
Well, hey, that can be fun, you know, as long as it's not like harming other people, you know. Like
absolutely.
I've heard some
And
wild things, but yeah, you know, I'm all about being eccentric, you know, having fun, being eccentric and being out there. I don't, in my opinion, I don't like their style and their way about doing it. It seems like contrived, not to sound pretentious or judgy, but like I don't like their style, how like they like do the clown thing. I think it looks
yeah,
like they're very unfashionable, but
yeah.
I
Oh yeah,
like the whole concept. I like the like craziness, you know, like we're all
yeah,
mad here type vibe. Like I appreciate the rebelliousness of it though. Like the counterculture. I appreciate that. But yeah, you're right. It's, you know, insane clown posse. The idea of madness being associated with like the clown, the jester,
yeah.
insanity.
Yes. Uh, so Shand is doing Operation Text Me with Your Knowledge. That's pretty cool. Right here. Um, I'm just gonna pull out just a little piece that he says. Like his little orb. Where's it at? Oh, wait a second here. Yeah, this guy's pretty deep, dude. He gets down. He doesn't do the open panels, but it's actually right here. Disclaimer, I don't believe in the devil or God or any of that. I believe in self and the family unit. That's why I'm so attracted to, big dogs, you know.
Hmm.
He's got that
Familial.
yeah. Not just corporation bullshit. I can't stand that shit.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Hey, so I'll ask you a question real quick. Do you know about THC derivatives?
THC derivative, is it like Delta 8s and stuff like that?
Yep, yep. Delta 8s,
Delta 10.
THCO,
Yeah.
HHC, all that stuff. Yeah. So
Mm.
I just wanted to bring that up real quick because I got this I got 1,250 milligrams of these. It's like this little goo. It's like this gel, um, and it's 125 milligrams per each little square, little like Jello
Damn.
square,
Hell
and
yeah.
it has THC, JD, whatever the hell that is,
Huh.
HHC, THCO, THCP, live resin delta 8. It has all these different derivatives, and like I'm of the opinion, the real thing is better. But like even like these hemp derivatives, or whatever they do with the legal loopholes, even though it's
Yeah.
legal here recreationally now in Missouri, but like you can go to head shops and get like these different THC derivatives, and like I won't lie, like it's still like it works. It's
Yeah. Oh
called
yeah.
diet. People call it diet weed, but like if you take enough of it in a certain kind or like combine them, it can be on par with like regular like weed that you smoke or eat, man. It's awesome, dude.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's great for, those that are, hooked up with the system and they can't have THC in their bloodstream or whatever, you know?
Hmm.
And so like it gives these other people an out, because when they piss test, they're looking for the delta 9. You know what I mean? They're not, because your body will create cannabinoids on its own. You have cannabinoids that are created inside your body, and so they're looking for a very specific concentration of the delta 9 uh, compound. What the hell is this? I never heard of that, JD. I'm looking it up here. This is not the site. And that's how I do it every time, pretty much, man. I go on these little uh, Google calls it a journey, and yeah,
Journey.
yeah. Google's got this thing called Google Journeys, and it'll take you through like a set of studies that you went through, or a line of document and pictures and stuff that you've looked at, which is pretty cool. I mean,
That's
it's
that's
definitely
that's cool, but it's also not at the same time. You know what I'm
it's
saying?
very surveillancy, but
Yeah, right. But it is a cool concept, though. Outside of that, yeah, I see what you mean.
yeah, but yeah. Um, so in that stream that last stream that I did, what was I was looking this up here? Ah, here it is. Naturally occurring cannabinoid. Oh, so
Yeah,
that
so
is
our
that
body is
is
like organic technology. When we talk about these things, how we
mhm.
interface with cannabinoids and that whole just the receptors in our bodies and all that. It's very powerful if you think about it. It does a lot.
Mhm. There's a whole lot.
Just like alkaloids and how it
Oh
works
yeah.
with kratom.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I love this stuff. You ever heard of Shilajit?
I have not.
I definitely suggest it. It's a good way to get a lot of the essential vitamins and minerals that you need. Yeah, Shilajit. Shilajit. You get like up in the Himalayan
Oh, look at
mountains.
this. Look at this. Food Farm wants to know your location. Fuckers. Here we go. Yep. Pretty much anything that comes to mind, I research. If it comes out of my mind, it goes directly into the AI. Sorry for my mush mouth.
You're good. I'm over here smiling on mute. My beat. I just realized. I'm just over here dead silent as you're saying what you're saying. Yo, yeah, you were pulling something up? Was it Shilajit or something else?
Yeah, it was Sheila Jeet. Is
That stuff's
this
cool.
like a concentrate?
It's like a resin.
Okay.
It's like a goo. You can get it like extracted and concentrated, but like in capsule form or whatever as a supplement. But you can get it in its like more raw, organic, natural form as this like resin. It's like this black resin that you scrape, and they get it from the Himalayan mountains, and yeah, it's called Shilajit. Gives you a bunch of the essential vitamins and minerals that you need, and it's just one of the supplements that people don't know about, but it's definitely very beneficial. Highly suggest. It's like a superfood. It's like a super supplement.
What am I looking for? Oh shit! It's Wild Daga. That's what it is. You ever heard of that? This stuff is awesome, bro. Yeah, I had gotten in trouble and I had to go on probation, and this stuff got me through.
What is it called again?
It's called Wild Daga. Latin name is Leonidas leonaris, also known as lion's tail or wild daga. It's of the Lamicae.
Really, really okay. Lion's tail. That makes me think of lion's mane mushrooms. That's cool. Like
Yeah,
I like that name, Leo. I was about to say I resonate with the name.
yeah, man. Pretty badass little flower.
Sounds like it makes me think of that Star Wars planet, Dagobah. Dagobah
Yeah.
5.
Yeah. I like this too. Have you ever seen this on Wikipedia? You get the random article. You just hit this motherfucker. Was a Norwegian politician.
It's a random article.
Yeah. Yep. Pursuit of knowledge, man.
Let's say what's up to Dean.
Oh,
Peace
hey.
to Dean. I think I think we got a couple people in the chat, if I'm not
Hey,
mistaken.
Dean, hit the link if you want, man. No pressure. Everybody's good here. I welcome everybody.
Yeah, there's definitely some special vibes in the air today.
So, you're obviously flat earther, right?
What were you saying a second ago about investigations or observations or the pursuit of knowledge?
Oh, uh, pursuit of knowledge, man. It's a giant when it makes you a giant too. You know what I mean? Mentally, and you can handle.
Oh, I like how you put that. That was good. It makes you one too.
It's
It's monumental. It's giant.
yeah,
It makes you one.
yeah.
Yeah.
And once you can get past certain topics, then you can entertain pretty much any other topic without getting you know frustrated. Because I got a little frustrated, dude, on that last stream, dude. If you watch it,
What stream?
that
Today?
last, yeah, that one I was doing today. I
I didn't look to see.
I cut it off. I reset my vibration. Went in with love and intention to and just shut the fuck up and listen, because that's what I do a lot. I don't know if if you ever notice. I'm just trying, I'm trying to intently focus on someone so that they can get their point across. You know what I mean? I'm trying to send them that energy so that they can do that. And
Yeah,
so
I can tell. That's part of what tells me that you're legit. I've noticed that. Yep.
mhm. And so like the whole point of being aware is being aware with everybody else being aware. And so it gets very frustrating sometimes when you trying to give some insight. And
Yeah, a lot of
and
people don't listen.
yep. And it was like I heard Triple R the other day. He was like, silent and listen have the same letters. And I was like, holy shit, it's the same word. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, it was interesting when he said that.
very, it's insightful, because to listen, you have to be, you can't hear if you're talking. Anyway, have you ever seen this book? The Human Atmosphere. And this book is talking about
Anagrams are powerful indeed.
yeah. Yep. Have you ever seen this book, The Human Atmosphere? And this is talking about I went through this whole book. I clicked through the whole damn thing.
No, I don't think I have ever.
But it talks about an actual aura that they were able to observe through chemical slides that they put through cameras. And it's pretty wild.
Oh, cool. Is that Durden thing?
Durden. Carillion?
Dresden or something? It's
Uh,
it's that stuff that's like apparently illegal. They could see into other dimensions when they put it between two pans of glass.
I've never even heard of that, bro. Holy
You
shit.
you were on the stream. It was Ian's last stream he did the other day.
Maybe I just missed what you guys were talking about. I don't know.
AK Crawl, AK brought it up. Like apparently it was like this red tinted glass, DYR something, Durden glass I can't remember exactly, but supposedly like they're seeing into other dimensions with it,
Ah,
and so they like made it illegal for your average person to get because they were seeing other
Dryden.
dimensions. Yeah,
Dryden?
Dryden.
No. Maybe not. I'll have to go back and review that one, dude.
Yeah, no, that's cool. You were saying something though. I feel like I kind of swerved off topic.
No, it's all good, dude. I do it all the time, and some that that's part of the thing. You gotta keep vision on whatever questions you have. Because I'm obviously ADHD,
Yeah, you have to map things out. It's part of the natural process.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So
I'm not a flat earther actually.
Oh, cool.
No, I know I'm messing with you. I am. I would call myself one. If I had to pick between the two.
If you were leaning more towards what has more evidence that you can see yourself as to what somebody's telling you, you know what I mean? Like that's how it is for me. Like I've gone through all the modes of thought, the donut theory, donut fucking earth, hollow earth, flat earth, cube earth. It's a cube, you know what I mean? As far as I'm concerned.
I'll be listening for a second, Jay. I'm still at work.
No, it's cool. But I do believe it's a cube. This is the Kaaba stone. It's a Mecca.
Yeah, it's the black cube. It's the black cube, the cube of Metatron and the tetrahedron. If you spin it around fast enough, it turns into a black cube.
Which is also the it's the cross unfolded. I mean, we all know this stuff. I mean, me and you know this stuff definitely.
Yeah, but it's important to go back over.
Yeah.
Am I coming in choppy or like?
No, you're loud and clear.
Like you are.
Loud and clear, brother. Maybe I need to change position.
You're coming in like a robot, so I'm gonna try to change something.
Ooh, Borg. Is that better? Or not really?
Testing. Okay, you sound a little better now.
Check.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we're good.
Literally, this is the shape that manufacturers use to make boxes, or they're like this. Which is also this guy. Did you see that live stream with Sanchez? And he said the etymology was from the other side.
The etymologies from the other side. What?
You know the so the tefillin is like the Kaaba stone, right? It's the cube, the black cube.
Right. It's like the
So the
D-Wave computer.
the etymology of Jewish or Jew would be from the other side.
Oh wow.
But I think that's very peculiar.
They're from the outer realms.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why there's the extremists that have that elitist mentality, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Because they come from another. It's like aliens, like believing they're more advanced. Or
What do they call that? Is that the real society? That's what it is.
yeah, and like, yep. Got some different names, but that's definitely this stuff is very interesting.
All right. Let's shake it out. This looks like almost and these are all sigils, but it looks almost like the 72 keys. You know what I mean? Of Solomon. Nice. Is there? Hey, Chica. Much love, everybody. Much love. They're probably gonna make me request it. They made me request the last one. I got it. Yeah, brother.
I'm gonna finish up at work here, and then I'll hop back on once I'm leaving. I'll be back in like 20 minutes.
Hell yeah, brother. Hey, Dean. How you doing, man? Hey, Dean. Can you hear me, bud?
I can. Can you hear me?
I can now. How you doing today, sir?
Hey. I'm well, thank you. I'm very well. How are you?
Very good. I'm all right. Got my dog here, chilling.
I'm
Doing the live stream.
a little
Can't complain.
bit tired. I'm a little bit tired. I stayed up late last night.
Yeah.
True. And so I feel a little bit ratchet today, you know.
Yeah,
Just
me
tired,
too.
though.
Yeah, me too. Hey, can you give me
there's just so much.
Can you give?
Sure.
You got the floor. You got the floor. I gotta go
Absolutely.
grab my power cable. I'm gonna die.
Okay, that's what I've just done. Okay, well, hi everyone in chat. I hope you're all doing well today. posting a few things on my channel about a little bit about New Zealand history. I've got a lot of deep questions and concerning the political history that Western world history and I call it the Aboriginal or native.
Okay.
I don't know what it is. It's like there's two universes happening at the same time in my mind. I don't know why. Let me try and explain this.
And they're merging, right?
Like I hear the history, and then I don't know what it is, Jay Phillips. It's. We've got these Tarkarian buildings, right?
Yeah.
And we talk about this mud flood, and we talk about how there's windows buried into the ground. You can't. In my mind, those were built on ground level, and like mud. To me, if that building existed in my land, or in the land that I stand in, if that building existed there, why isn't it recorded in the history that the Aboriginal people talk about? That's my question.
Well, it would only. I think we got to use Occam's razor. I think we got to use Occam's razor on that. The most simplest explanation is usually the most true.
What do you mean, Jay?
Well, that would mean that if they're the ones that are claiming that and they have the proof, then it would have to mean that they are from the Tartarian era, right? Am I correct in that thinking or no?
Yeah, okay. Yeah. I know quite a bit. Not don't know. I see that look like they existed from a time before, yeah?
I actually didn't hear what you said, bro. I'm sorry.
My question is, why is there no history being mentioned about these buildings, these stone buildings, we see that show people who have lived here for what they call thousands of years, and yet there is no mention of these buildings in their history.
Well, it's obviously
that to me is a big.
It's obviously
you look at America, okay, Jay?
Yeah.
Carry on. Okay, but you look America, you've got these. Okay. You're cutting out a bit.
You got it, bro.
Okay, in America, you've got Tartarian buildings. We can see John Levi does a bit. He shows these Tartarian buildings. We've got Campbell from Autodidactics. He's showing these Tartarian buildings. He's showing airships that were used as their means of travel, rather than say a ship on a sea, for example. And you know, that to me, those things would have been pretty obvious in the sky, yeah.
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
So I mean, so you can't say that an Aboriginal native wouldn't have noticed that. I mean, they're very bloody, very intuitively connected, you know. To me, it's like there is a universe, like one world beside another, or integrated with the other.
Like bubbles?
Still, sort of, yes, like bubbles. Like you could even say, I mean, this is a projection in the reach, but you could even say that there was some kind of membrane bubble placed over these things, or like a separation between them of some sort, so that one never saw the other.
So like
it's a big question for me, Jay. It's a big question for me. How could you not have any history of an airship in your culture when we can see these airships and they're being displayed? I mean, were they real, or was it just a projection for us to think it was real?
You know,
I mean, I don't think it's a projection because the buildings exist. I don't think it's a projection because I can see evidences of these Tartarian buildings. So it's like two different realities at the same time. I know, it's very confusing. I probably don't explain myself well.
Well, no, I'm just going through it. You know, it's like you're saying this stew of bubbles of worlds together, all in this, you know, matter, whatever it may be, bumping against each other, right? Is that something, you know? And then
bumping against each other, even crossing over, because it's an interesting subject, crossing over, because we see people talk. Sorry.
No, you're good. You got it. I'm gonna pull something up.
We see people talking about, you know, Yeti and the Bigfoot. And you just got to wonder if there's these crossovers between all these, well, even possibly many different realities. I don't know how to describe it exactly. I mean, for me, Jay, my waking up sort of thing has been a very confusing ride in a lot of ways. I'm sure for everyone.
Yeah.
I seem so much in the dark sometimes. Whether I just haven't been exposed to so much, what do you call it, worldly things. Like I've never been a movie watcher. I know movies, and I've watched some movies, and I hear the punchline of what people are talking about in a lot of things. So obviously I've seen something of it to have the knowledge of it, but it's not something that, like, for me, I've never been a person to say, oh, well, stuff it, it's a bit wet today, we might as well just sit down and watch a movie. I'm not like that. I've been a person like, oh, it's a bit wet today, the pigs will be out, it'll be a bloody good day for hunting. You know, that's the way I think.
Yeah.
So, my exposure, I'm talking about here, my exposure to a lot of the things that people are talking about, you guys are showing on your podcasts, on your videos, and that sort of go over my head a bit. It's like I mean, I've been in some pretty deep conversations with Phil, and he has shown me more stuff than I could ever poke a stick at that I've ever got from anyone else in my life, as far as of knowledge outside of just being a farmer and being a person associated with the earth, you know, just a man living, you know. And so I kind of feel like I'm a little bit in the dark when people talk about some things, but there are things when people are talking that resonate with me. So that's why I've got all these blooming questions, you know. This bloody head's full of these damn things. And it's probably because I don't have all the pieces of the puzzle that other people have, and that's another thing, you know, I like to bring up here too, is that, you know, like, it just seems to be that out in New Zealand, we're just not in the hub of the circle that the United States and Europe and the Russian continent and all that sort of thing are sort of like involved in. Like, you know, you got to think to yourself, if you came out to New Zealand, you'd probably think, man, these guys are in the dark ages, you know. And we possibly are in a lot of ways. You know, like, I mean, there are people still running around in cars that were made in the 70s and the 60s over here, and we call them classic cars, and we would rather drive them than any modern day beast, you know. We kind of live, we kind of don't like to move forward in that kind of sense, you know. I mean, we are moving forward, you can betcha, because we've got the modern world and we've got young people who are keeping up with things, of course. But for me, I'm a little bit old school. I'm a little bit maybe naive, even in a lot of ways, to the world. But I'm not really worried about that. I mean, if you've noted my feelings towards the world, I don't have any bloody appreciation for it whatsoever. As far as I'm concerned, I could drop kick the bastard into oblivion and just get back to nature, and that would be me, and I'd love that, you know.
That would be the end of days, right?
Hopefully.
Well, and what I hear when I hear the end of days is it's phonetically matching days like confusion, right? So
Yeah.
lucidity, to be lucid is to understand things very clearly, right?
I feel I am. I feel I am lucid.
Mm-hmm.
But
So
carry on.
I know people talk about lucid dreams a lot, but what about being lucid in waking life? You know, what are those concepts of, and what it really takes to affect social change, right?
Yeah. Yes, I understand what you're talking about. Yeah, I agree with that. I agree that if we don't attach to anything, if we remain open to everything as a possibility, I think that is a. I think that lucid that in a lucid term is probably our greatest place of understand that we could take. Like I mean, I'm faced with this every day, Jay, of pushing out a long standing in my life. Like the world and the earth and the construct and everything that is involved in this place is, to me, it's like the projection of our thought. Our thought is so radical in the earth that it's wishy-washy, going in every which direction, because we can project with our thoughts. To me, it's just like the word is so wishy-washy because there's just so many wishy-washy, uncontrolled projective thoughts out there.
Yeah, exactly. To hold vision, you got to be able to keep that uh, that way of being, so that you can create and project uh, a place that you want to be. Um,
Wisely, even wisely, Jay. Why? Because like someone actually, I think you actually mentioned it just before about the word that's RR said, and that was like the word silent is the same as listen. It's just listen spelled differently. And well, it's just to me, these are the mixed messages that we've been listening to, and the world's been under the influence of that's why we're in this. For me, anyway. Well, I'm in this state of disbelief. Not lucid, not fluid. You know what I mean?
out of rotation, right?
Yeah, out of rotation even. Thank you very much for the opportunity to come up and have a yarn. I mean, I don't know if I
Yep.
ever make much sense. I really don't.
You're
Um,
always welcome here, bud.
Oh, I was going to ask you too, something, like over here, we don't have the dispensaries for THC and those sorts of things that you guys have. New Zealand's pretty backward like that. I mean, there are people who are, and the government are getting into CBD for patients with multiple sclerosis and such. But they're all government controlled. Anybody who gets a license these days to grow, they have to abide by the rules, and their THC quantity can't be above a certain amount. And to me, I mean, I've been smoking since I was probably 19. I'm 68 now, so that's bloody near 50 years. And I've always been a grower, Jay. I don't like this indoor stuff. Excuse me. I think there's too much chemicals that are harmful to us that are being put into the stuff that they grow with indoors nowadays that I don't agree with. For myself, I've always grown outdoors, and I wanted to talk about this because my brother was he was involved with some people from Alaska who were in the mining and drilling for oil and gas and stuff. And he got to know them because he was in the States. He got married to a Cherokee lady who was from Tonasket, and so when they got married, they had a baby, and then he decided he was going to come back to New Zealand, and so he stopped at Hawaii at this competition in Hawaii they called the Rolling Stone. And the Rolling Stone competition, well, obviously, what it was about, and so they had all these different breeds and strengths of buds that are available. And of course, my brother got chatting to a joker, and he ended up getting 6 seeds from this guy. There were 2 males and 3 and 4 females, and it was called hash bud. And I'll tell you what, Jay, I mean, honestly, my first smoke of that stuff, I nearly spewed. I mean, it was incredibly strong. It was probably one of the strongest THC qualities that I've ever tried. And I was really gutted when the plants that we had that were carrying on that seed strain got flogged, because we had breedings of it that we'd crossed over with other stuff. This one person could be lying on the lawn going green and vomiting. And so we figured we had to bring the shit down a bit. And so we integrated it with other breeds. One of them was the Acapulco breed from a friend brought over he was from California, so he brought these Acapulco seeds over. And we crossed the hash bud with the Acapulco. Man, that was bloody good smoke. It was one you can still work on and you can still do stuff on without bloody being laid back in your chair, unmovable, you know. And so what we did was we developed these different strains for the purposes of enjoyment and work, and of course, you know, and play, of course, too, because you know you can breed qualities that you know, it's just the same as breeding cows and chickens and all these other things. You know, you just take the qualities of something and you present it with the qualities of another, and you can breed up whatever you want. And so this is what the kind of program that me and my brothers had in New Zealand. We were a bit of a bloody wild bunch. And so I mean, yeah, you know, we got our bloody heat from the cops and all that sort of shit. But we were cutting buggers too. And, you know, we got away with heaps. And, but yeah, we kind of, you know, we set a standard for some of the growing in this country. There were lots of people in the 70s around that time that were taking strains and individualizing them to themselves. And like, so my brother, he had hash bud. A friend of ours in Te, he had Te Thunder. Another guy who lived up the coast, he had Coromandel Gold. You know, there was just these different strains that we started to individualize in New Zealand as our own. And you know, that was sort of like an amazing time for the Kiwis, as far as I can remember, because yeah, we were branching away from the old bootlegging. Yeah, but it's just what I wanted to say. It was that we in New Okay, well, I seem to be here on my own. Okay, well, let's have a look at the
No, man, I'm sorry, dude. You were borging out. I was borging.
This is my latest little baby here that I'm just working on. Can you see that?
Yes, sir.
This is that's what did she say? It's a friend of mine giving me the strain, and I'm now going to take it into the outdoors because, as I say, I don't grow indoors. But our season's just starting for us over here, and yeah, we're a little bit late this year. We're still getting rain, and it feels like spring rather than summer. I mean, we're only a few days off the longest day of the year here, and it doesn't even feel like the middle of summer, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, it's cold here, man. It's freezing cold here. It's a nice day though today. No clouds in the
Yeah, I'll
sky.
just show you around. I'll show you around here. That's a bit of seaweed that we found out at the coast. And something that I can tell you about seaweed, guys, is that, you know, if you get a piece of seaweed like this, and if you hang it up at your back door, my father did this, you get a piece of seaweed, hang it up at the back door, and what it does is as soon as you're going to get a bit of rain or there's moisture in the air, that seaweed will start to soften up. And the reason it softens up, of course, it's got salt in it. And so seaweed is one of those things that my father used as a way of predicting whether the weather was good enough to, say, make hay, for example. Well, there's no point in cutting the hay if it's going to rain, right? So he'd come out and he'd feel the seaweed. And, oh, yeah, that's nice and dry. Oh, I might as well cut the hay today. A little trick. Oh, I'll just show you around our garden. Got some girls there, obviously. Our Maureen's plants. We're experimenting here. We've got a little apple tree we're growing. There's another one there. This one here is like just from an apple seed that you get out of an apple. And it had a little root on it, so Maureen got stuck in and put it in the ground, and it's now growing. Now what we're going to do with this is when it gets up to about here, we're actually going to graft that and put a strain that we want on it, right? Because this is what I like to do. I like to graft different just come to. We're not sure where we're going to plant it at the moment. Because we've only been here several months, we are learning about this place, really. And this is what you got to do, basically. You got to spend about a year. It's like where your best places to put things and things like that. But yeah, we've got a grapevine. I've set this wire up here, and we've got a grapevine that we've planted. That is coming up to 3 years old, but it's been in a pot. Start training that, and we can start getting some grapes off that in the next year or two. Planted a plum tree, which is like the apple tree. There's a buddy silver beet growing with it, but seed as well. And as you can see, it's doing quite well. It's got lots of new growth on it. And we're going to do the same with this plum tree. We're going to graft other types of plums onto it. So different types of plums to use, you know. And you can do different things. You can bottle them and you can stew them, and you know, you can keep them for you know, in times of need, like in the winter time when you don't have fruit trees bearing. Couple of girls over here in the edge of the garden here that are just doing side as well. Cabbages, tomatoes, turnips, bit of corn. Away that's actually popping corn. We want to breed popping corn because what we've been looking at is genetically modified these days, and because of the genetic modification, when you buy, you can't guarantee that you're going to get something that's going to be good for you. And with these things where you get the seeds, like these corn seeds here that we've just got the 3. They're popping corn, and that's all we were able to get is these ones that grew. And what we're going to do is get the cobs from them, and we're going to let them breed, and then get the seed off them, and we'll let. And hello, Jippy. And then what I've been working on, Jay, is that every generation you take genuine food. If you say like seeds, every generation you take one seed from, you grow from that seed. You don't eat that product. You only take the seed from that again. You do that for 3 generations, and you can just about breed the genetic modification out of it. That's what I'm trying to say here, people. And get back to the natural, what it was. Because plants, people say, oh, once they're genetically modified, you can't get them back. That's a load of rubbish. To me, a strain will always go back to its original strain and then start to degenerate. And it'll degenerate back to where it'll even stop producing. Say, for instance, a broccoli will stop producing even a head. It may even only produce 2 or 3 flowers in that little wee top. But you let those seeds grow, you take those seeds and you let them dry out and you germinate from them, and then you let them grow and you harvest from those seeds and you germinate again, and you let them grow and you take the seeds from them and you germinate again. And then you start to see that your heads are starting to develop and grow back again. And it's just amazing how it works.
Those tomatoes there are on their 3rd generation.
And yeah, Maureen's just pointed out we've got some tomatoes there that we're on their third generation or now, and they're just starting to develop better and show promise of getting back to what they originally were. And I mean, people say, oh, you're talking rubbish like that. Maybe. I don't think we are. I mean, we're proving it to be true. Yeah.
Peace. Yeah, nature, growing gardens and farming the land is a prime example of the fractal nature of reality. How the seeds come out of the fruit and vegetables to go create more of those fruits and vegetables, which will have those seeds, which will keep repeating the process, just like us and DNA. These fruits and vegetables and foods, and the cycle of life itself all around us, except it's multiple circles, all going at different times at different rates, and they're interlocking. They're interlocking like gears. All the karmic cycles, all the cycles of life, birth, death, all that good stuff. It's like,
thank you, Christos.
Gears. Yeah, people talk about seeing the gears on certain experiences, the clockwork of reality. It's all these circles going on at once that are interlinked and make this web. But I liked what you're saying, Dean. I caught the tail end of it there.
Thank you, Christos. Yeah, we definitely we're definitely in a, for me anyway, a real learning for me. A real learning curve is going on. Getting my head around I mean, I've just, I feel like I've been in the dark for most of my life. Even now, I've got like a bountiful amount of knowledge about how to live in the natural environment. The knowledge of what's going on around us in the earth itself and in the shifting of our realities. That's all new stuff to me, There's so many interesting conversations that I've had with people since my, I guess, fundamental understanding of what projection is. Because, most of my life, I have to be honest, I haven't been aware of whatever I've projected. When I look at myself and look back on myself and look inward, my life of projection has been a little bit wishy-washy, without any knowledge of it. And an interesting conversation that I had a couple of days ago with a lady. She said to me that she could feel me sending my thoughts to her. She said, "Dean, do you realise that I have been getting thoughts from you?" And I said, "Well, I have been thinking about you because she's a very good friend, and we go and see them, and we can get a little medication from them sometimes, And so I've been wondering if they've got any medication, and And so I ended up at their place saying, "Well, that's what I've come around for, and see how you guys are and all that." And she says, "Well, Dean, I've actually had you in my head, like you've been projecting towards me."
Yeah, man. It talks about, that book that I'm really into, that Celestine Prophecy. It talks a lot about that, being able to think telepathically between individuals and following intuition and all that, and it's a story that gives you the knowledge of that creation that we all have, that creation power,
Yeah. I mean, as I say, Jay, I actually had one or two books. I'm not sure. I just don't understand how I had two books, but maybe I had only one. I don't know, but I started reading it, and I got to the part where Dodson was in the plane. Further than that, but because I was listening to you about it, that really sort of like shifted a memory for me. I'm going to listen to you more on that. I'm going to have to go back over some of yours on the Celestine Prophecies, because there's lots and lots of that I to catch up on. You know, revision is an amazing thing, Jay.
It's awesome, isn't it?
Because you know the first time you can pick up gems, but the second time you really see the gem for what it is. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Well, for me anyway.
Yeah, I know. Same for me, man. Same for me. There's things that I'll go back even on my own streams and you know and realize, you know, whoa, that was awesome. You know, even going through the old lives that I've been a part of, you know, and really watch the dynamic of people. You know, it's interesting to see individuals that are aware of this conscious shift or whatever it is.
Yes.
And they really give attention to the other individual. And then there's individuals that don't do that. And the conversation is chaos almost. You know what I mean? And there's no lucidity to it. There's no real easy understanding. You have to go back and go back and go back. And it's like, you know.
Yes,
really.
I understand where you're coming from there. And, you know, I still think as far as our community is developing, we're really in the embryo stages when you listen to the confusion, you know?
Yeah.
We really are an embryo in the making at the moment. But I see a lot of good direction, Jay. I see a lot of good direction. You know, I mean, there are, what do you call it, reaches and people reaching, and I'm especially known for a person to be a and you know, these things have got to develop. I really do think that these things have got to sort of like, who are fertile, they're gonna, and the ones that have got legs, they're gonna carry on, and the ones who haven't, don't have anything, they're just gonna fall away, you know. And it's just really, Jay, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yep. The ones that have the eyes to see will see. You know, not to sound, you know, biblical or anything, but
yeah, I know what you're saying. I know.
It's very true.
Oh yes, I mean, I've read the Bible, Jay. I actually studied for a couple of years. I even got hooked up on it all, you know, and you know, just naive and innocent, and just, you know, that helplessness feeling where you feel like you need help from outside, not looking within, and all those sorts of things. You know, like I mean, when I was a young fella, you know, I just went to church, and like I was just why can't I get it? Why am I the only one that's so damn dumb that I don't get it, and I can't, you know, the Spirit of God isn't coming into me, and why can't I get all the hallelujahs and waving of arms and speaking in tongues, you know? And that was, it used to frustrate the hell out of me. And I used to think that, you know, maybe I wasn't wrong here. Somebody dropped me off in a spacecraft on the way. I've actually now that I've started to see things through different eyes, Jay. I can reread that book, and I can see whole different messages, you know. And and I can see messages that I was blind to before, right?
Yeah. Yep.
And that for me, it's good because now, you know, I can reread these things. I can start to look at things now with new eyes and eyes, what I call eyes to see things that are, because I just have to say this, because I know these things are the things that are for me. They're not for just everyone. They're for me. The things that I am beginning to see, it's because it's for my inner eye to see. I can't say that everybody else should see the same as me. And hell, I'd be an arrogant prick to think anybody else should see the way I see it, right?
Right.
But so basically, it's when we speak a truth that resonates with others, then we're not projecting anything that has come from our sort of our projection, but rather we're picking up on a projection from somewhere else with ourselves and with others. Yeah.
Yes. Bingo. Bingo, bingo. That's how you know. I believe that's how you know you're on truth, the track of truth, because that interpersonal honesty will always bring you back to the same place. You know what I mean? Which is self.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. We come back to the same point because I mean, as long as you're in that point where you're lost, you're always going to have that. You're always going to come back to the same point of question. And the same goes with learning. When you're learning, you come to a point of understanding, and then you try and move yourself forward. But you can only stand on whatever you've already learned. Yeah.
Well. Yeah. Yes. I definitely
to a degree.
Yes. Taking that's where the leap of faith comes into play. You know what I mean? Like, but so that leap of faith has brought me to this point that I'm at in my life, and it's like, had I not listened to those intuitions, where would I be? You know what I mean? And I don't think I'd want to be anywhere else. You know what I mean? Because I've created something good for myself, and I'm able to spread a decent message, I think, out to people.
I think, yes, I think you are, Jay. You know, like, I appreciate you. Because of the connectivity that you show towards yourself and towards others. I like the way that you connect with others. I see that as a powerful balance that you have, Jay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate you, man. I know we kind of got off on the wrong foot there, you know, but all in due time. All in due time. Love conquers all hate, right?
Absolutely, Jay. And you know, I mean, I've had a fallout with others too, and ones that if I look over those times, Jay, I probably would have been further ahead in my life, moved forward further ahead, if I may put it that way. If I hadn't have been so obstinate, so you know what I mean?
I've been there, man.
But you know, I'm willing to overstand that part of me and move forward. You know, I've said things to people I probably never should have said.
Me too.
Again, this is our projections and how we project, and are we responsible for what we project? Yes.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Because all is self, right? If all is self, then everything that happens is of your projection or of a part of you that you may not like, you know.
That there you go. The part that you do not like. I think that probably hit the nail on the head, Jay, because you know these are the ones that you run away from the most. The ones that you don't want to tackle within yourself.
Yeah.
And that probably the biggest hurdles we ever have to face as a challenge. You know. Wow. I mean, if my mother could see me now, that's what I say to myself sometimes, you know. If my mother could see me now. I mean, my mother's been dead passed away now since 2008 and 2008. And she always used to say, you know, I pray for you, Dean. I pray for you daily, Dean. And when I was naive, I used to say, oh, don't worry about those bloody prayers. You keep them for yourself, Mum, you know. I wish I'd never said that to my mother, you know. But I really, really believe that even though I may not have understood what she was doing at the time, I do understand now that whatever she was projecting then has come to fruition in me now. Because, I mean, you know, like, I mean, I think you probably heard me talk about how I grew up and how my father was a tyrant and my mother was a Christian, right? And you know, so I grew up with my mother's heart on my sleeve. But oh man, have I got an obstinate, arrogant, strong attitude that I got from my father. It's that stubborn streak that it doesn't matter how tired I am, how buggered I am, or whatever, I will not stop until I've completed what I set out to complete, you know. And so I'm rather fortunate I got that strength from my father. And I'm fortunate that I got the strength that I've got from my mother. And I must say that my mother's influence in my life has definitely helped to shape the man that I am today, Jay. You know,
very cool.
Yep. You know, if it wasn't for her heart, I don't know if I would have had a heart, you know?
Yeah. What's up, Christos?
Hey, I'm just driving home from work right now. I'm glad
Alright.
Dean came on. I haven't seen him on in a while. It's been a couple streams ago. I think he was on Ian's channel last time I saw him hop on.
Hey, Christos, how are you?
Hi, I'm doing well. I need to go to bed early. I'm very underslept. I take my sleep seriously too, so I'm really feeling it. But I just wanted to say to you guys and everyone else, I don't know how long you're going to be going, Jay, but in an hour, OTW is going to go live. So if you plan on stopping anytime before then, OTW is going to be starting a stream for anyone that's interested.
Cool.
And I probably will
Yeah,
be hopping on there at some point to join him.
I'd really like that. I've wanted to talk with OTW for a while now, but the opportunity hasn't risen. I think because of so much confusion within, our little groups, has sort of.
Oh yeah,
well,
I know what you mean. And
it kind of pushed me away. I kind of felt like I needed to stand back a bit, Christos.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Well, that's where
Yeah,
you're getting this emerging culture, right? Like that everybody's getting this. It's exactly like in the book, bro. Everybody's getting restless. Everybody's, trying to link up with everybody else, and we're coming to a new emerging culture that is, like you say, in the very embryonic stages of its infancy.
Yeah.
And it's going to take a lot of intellectual honesty on everybody's part to really gain that spiritual vibration.
Right. Yes, that resonation that we all need. I think so, Jay. Yeah. Very well put. Very well put. Yeah. So it's like we're going through the teething stages, and not even. No, I don't think we've even got to the teething stages. I think we're still an egg in the embryonic stage, and it's basically us being truthful and honest. I think it's the honesty, not just the truth, but the real honesty from your heart.
Yep.
That is really going to make this shift real.
Yeah. Did you hear the whole perspective thing that I did?
A little bit of it. I missed it. I've been busy, of course.
Yeah.
I'm just coming back outside. The rain got.
So the definition of perception is the ability to see or become aware. Shout outs to EMO for making me think of this. But human perception is the ability to see or become aware of something through the senses. And perspective is
how you view it.
Well, no. Well, it's yes. It's a particular attitude. So this is the definition Oxford Languages has given me. A particular attitude toward the way of or regarding. Well, yeah, you're right. You're exactly right.
That's funny.
Yeah, it is how we view it. Perspective I mean, for me, I didn't really understand perspective until I was looking into flat Earth. Okay,
Yeah.
Ooh.
because not really because of. I mean, people were telling me that the Earth was flat, and I was going, yeah, okay, yeah, and I mean, I've never been a person to know the facts and like how many bloody miles from here and how many what the Pythagoras bloody measurement of that is or whatever. I've never been one of those, but like gravity. Was my big thing. Gravity it couldn't be here. That was always my argument, Without gravity, you can't be here. And so people would, for me, my argument was always density and buoyancy. And I couldn't get my head around where buoyancy and density how that could hold
Trillions of gallons of water, but
up
allow
to the bottom
a
of the bloody ocean. Exactly. Yeah, I just couldn't,
but allow us to walk on 2 feet and allow bees and insects and birds to fly. Yeah, it's total bullshit. That's where the indoctrination, really doesn't get through on me, because Occam's razor, well, if it's holding trillions of gallons of water to the surface of a spinning ball, then that would mean I wouldn't be able to walk. So Occam's razor tells me, well, gravity doesn't exist. Gravity. I like to call it gravity. Grabbit.
Yeah. Grabbing. Yeah, true. And like for me, I had an argument with this guy. Man, we were loggerheads, but not disrespecting each other, Jay. Not disrespecting each other. We were at loggerheads, but we weren't disrespecting each other. And
intellectual imposition.
Yeah, and he showed me a topographical map.
Mm-hmm.
And that, for me, was my change. I could see, the topography, because I learnt elevation and all those sorts of things when I was young. And but it never occurred to me. I mean, I even learnt map reading when I was young, but it never occurred to me how the topographical elevation line worked on the datum of sea level, right?
Yeah.
And so once this guy had explained, he said, well, you're a builder, you're a drain layer, you've done a few of these sorts of things, so, do you know what datum is? And then I said, well, yeah. It's the marcation that the building standard in New Zealand works to for drainage and so forth, and for finding a level foundation. And he said, yeah. So he says, where do you think they take it from? And I said, oh, nice. Sea level, I suppose. And he says, well, sea level, it's got to be level, Dean. And I said, well, I suppose. I couldn't see it, at the time. And he says, well, like you look at a what do you call them? A plumb bob. He said, you take a plumb bob He said it zeroes itself down to a point, and he said that will be perpendicular to the level surface underneath it. He said if it wasn't level, that thing wouldn't, it would hang off to the side, be on a bloody ball.
Yeah.
And of course, you know, these little things just started to come through to me, Jay, because common sense, you know, you got to put common sense into the game.
Well, what do they say about pendulums? You know, it's like
Sorry?
a fulcrum. You know, fulcrum pendulum. It's like, you know, if the Earth were spinning and wobbling at this incredible speed, like nothing would be still. There would be no stillness. You know, and you know.
Absolutely, I know what you mean. You know, like I mean, he said to me, you know, why is smoke able to just float up on a still day?
Yeah.
I mean, if we were flying round and round and round, that bloody thing would be in a streak going in the opposite direction, you know?
Yeah.
And he said, and the other thing he says, you know, how people balance rocks. And I said, yeah, I've done it myself. He says, well, how the hell do you think you can do it, Dean? If the bloody world was spinning, the bloody things would just fall off all the time.
Yeah, exactly.
And you know, the things that he gave to me, which just look absolutely ridiculous now for me.
So check it out. When people are making video games, it's based off of, you know, flat Earth physics, basically. And you got the cube. You basically have a cube of space that you can carve out of. And so, you know, quote unquote carve. But it's funny how the flat Earth is in superposition with the cube of Mecca, the cube that they wear, that Jays wear on their heads, to the Kaaba, you know what I'm saying. I think you get it.
Yeah.
And it's like, all right, so the CIA actually has a copyright on the television as a mind control device. And so everybody's been getting these
Yeah, so that big cube that they all walk around, that's something.
Yeah, man, it's nuts how much They Live, the movie They Live, is a documentary, you know, and the movies like Matrix.
Yeah. Oh, you know, like, I mean, that for me. And you look at us, and yeah, it's.
Christos, you got something on your mind, man? You there, buddy? He'll come back around.
Yeah. I wish there was somebody could help me a little understand the box and the cube in this. Yeah.
So check it out. I'll show you. So the box, look at a cube. It's a symmetrical three-dimensional shape, either solid or hollow. Contains 6 equal corners. Now that number 6 is where you get your 666 hex stuff. Let me show you this. I was just talking about this with Christos. So here's your cube, right? You got your cube. Now unfold your cube.
It looks like a cross.
Exactly. Which is also the Star of David. You know, if you see right here, you got the cube in the middle. So these 3 religions are all in connection with, it's the same religion. And it's the worship of Saturn, who is Satan.
Yes.
And you said you read the Bible, Dean?
Yep.
Do you remember 2 Corinthians chapter 4?
I'll just get my Bible, eh?
Perfect.
Okay. 2 Corinthians. 1 Corinthians. 2 Corinthians. 2 Corinthians. What was the verse? Chapter and verse?
Just start from chapter 4. It's talking about a ministry that is veiled, and it is veiled to those who are perishing, blah, 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 blah. Well, if you go to
okay, let me read that. Therefore, seeing we have this ministry, as we have received mercy, we faint not, but have renounced the hidden things of dishonesty, not walking in craftiness, nor handling the word deceitfully.
Yep.
So you can align that with any conversation, Jay.
Absolutely.
And here we are, if we're talking conversations now and we're talking about like we're in the embryonic stage, we were just speaking on this exact same thing about how we have to be honest.
Exactly.
That our honesty is what brings the truth, yeah?
Yes. Absolutely, whether you like it or not.
Okay,
so what's going on here is Saturn is Jesus, because Jesus is the bright morning star of David.
Yep.
But Lucifer is also the morning star.
Yes, I understand that. Yes, and I see the duality in it too.
So this is why your number 8 is Jesus's number.
Okay.
Because Jesus offered you everlasting life, right? But for everlasting life, there's a beginning point and an ending point. So the external of the tunnel, or the light at the end of the tunnel, would be a vagina.
Yeah, I understand that. I have briefed what we're talking about with Sean and Sunkist.
Well, just wanted to point something out. If I may, that you made a slight mistake with Lucifer and Satan there and Jesus. Tiny little. And it's because Lucifer wasn't the morning star. Lucifer is the light bearer. There's a difference. Lucifer is the optic thalamus, guys.
Well, when you break that word down, luce ferre is to bring the light, right? So what brings the light inside the brain
is the optic thalamus.
Exactly.
Right. So that's why I just wanted to make that small correction. So, and Jesus, it would be the literal sun. And when they're talking about Jesus, they're talking about the solar plexus, the sun chakra, or the sun, the literal sun in the sky. Those are the allegorical connections that I've made to Jesus or Christ. Because when they're talking about Christ, they're talking about the inner journey. And when they're talking about Jesus, I think they're talking about the outside sun. So it all depends in which context you're going to be reading the scriptures. It's like when Jesus walks on water, they're talking about the sun, the exterior sun, the one that calms the storm and walks on water is the sun.
So is there any other questions you had about that, Dean, or?
No. You know, like I've started reading Genesis again. Interesting. Because it's always the beginning story that people seem to always want to be searching for. You know, where did it all begin? And as I was talking with Adrian the other day, I brought up the Bible again because of how in the beginning most people sort of like assume that the sun and the moon were the source of all light.
Brother.
But if you look at the beginning of in the scripture, it basically says that that plants and trees and fruits and seeds and all these things were growing in there and have like producing of their own kind before even the sun and moon were created. So,
how's it going, Joe?
Hey, Joe.
It's not the light.
Hey, everybody. It's good to be here. What a cool surprise, man. How's everything going, Jay?
It's good. It's good, man.
Good.
Sitting here a pretty good little build.
Right on, man. Hello, Dean. Hello, OTW. Hello,
Oh,
Christopher.
OTW's in the building. I thought it was your
Yeah, I was.
voice I heard.
Yeah, it was me correcting you guys. And shout out to Jay Phillips, man. Thanks for having me on. And hi, guys.
Okay.
Absolutely.
And hi, Joe. How are you? Excuse me, guys. I just have to say hello and far out
things are good, man.
OTW.
I've got to go to work in a little while, but right now the sun's shining and it's a beautiful day. Good to see you guys.
Good to see you, man.
OT, you're going to do a show later?
Yeah.
Yeah, in about hold on, let me check how much time I have left there. I was about to start up. It was Christos who told me that you were live, so I decided to. And you know what? I had subbed to your channel, Jay Phillips, and I was unsubbed, motherfuckers. Sorry if I'm swearing, but I was
no. You're
YouTube unsubbed me, man.
I never make these for children anyway. I always mark them for adults. So no worries.
Okay. Well, anyway, YouTube sucks sometimes. Not all the time, but
absolutely.
For unsubbing me from your channel, that sucks. Seriously, I didn't. That's really because I like following everybody in the community, man, and I've subbed to every single channel, man. That kind of gets me.
I thought I was the only one that did that, man. I thought I was the only one that did that.
No, man, I want to encourage everyone.
I'm just starting to do that now, guys. I'm just starting to do that, guys. So I understand what you're talking about there. Our community has to grow and has to build, and subbing to as many people as we can. This also allows us to see what others are saying and doing, and everybody's got a little gem here and there. It's just amazing how these little gems just come out, and sometimes they can leave us with thoughts that we can ponder away on for days on end and not come up with anything, and then you'll be asleep one night and you'll wake up with this bloody amazing thought, like bang, it's something just hit you in the middle of your night in your sleep, and like a penny just dropped, and you wake up with a whole new understanding or just a whole new feeling of excitement, even.
Yep. Yes, sir. I think we all need that time for exactly that, man. Man, you said it, dude.
Joe, you look like
now.
Sally Sue is here.
What's up, Christos?
Joe.
OTW.
Joe, you look like you're in a detective movie right now. Yeah, with the blinds. Yeah.
Dick Tracy.
So should I do the
thinker pose?
Oh shit!
Right, the city.
Damn! All that sunlight over there with you guys.
That's a great pose, man.
All right. I'm no actor. I'm no comedian, but I can still sing and dance.
I like that quote.
Yeah, I can't dance. I can't walk. The only thing about me is the way that I walk. Is that it?
What?
I said I can't dance. I can't talk. The only thing about me is the way I walk.
Oh.
Oh man, what are you up to, Christos? Are you working?
What's that song? What's that song?
No, I just got off of work. But I'm going to be doing some more work. I just ate a little piece of this magic mushroom gummy.
All right.
And then I just ate like over 100 milligrams of THC.
Dude,
And
you know what? I'm gonna give
yeah.
you my address. You're gonna have to send me some of that stuff, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And OT
allegedly.
OT can
Yeah.
send it to me. I'll give you my.
We'll start a racket,
Allegedly,
guys.
yeah.
How's Colorado right now, Jay?
It's beautiful here, man. There's not a cloud in the sky.
Right.
Can I ask about these gummy drops? What do you mean by gummy drops?
They make candy now with this, you know.
Yeah, it's a gummy bear with THC in it.
With psilocybin?
What's that,
And
Dean?
psilocybin?
In Holland.
Well, are you using? Is it psilocybin in the gummy drop?
I have been, but I'm not right now. It's Amanita muscaria.
So they're trying to legalize mushrooms in
Okay.
Colorado.
Fully amazing.
Yeah, there's no clouds here either, man. No chemtrails that I can see from here anyway.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking towards Albuquerque now, and yeah, I can't see a cloud in the sky.
Cool, man.
It's dark over here, and it's about 14 inches of snow everywhere.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Wow, lucky you, man. I trade places.
It's still cold out there.
I'm going to remember that when I'm driving to work. Let's see what temperature it is in Albuquerque. It's 40.
So what
40
is that
degrees.
like? What is that in Celsius?
I don't know. I'll check. It's 4.44444.
4.4444. Okay.
You had to ask. No. I'm not scared of 44. I ain't scared of 4.
That's good. 4 is a perfect number.
I heard someone say it's the number of destruction, but I don't trip on numbers anymore.
No, it's I think it's a calling number, like a culling, like the 4 is stability and
yeah. Totally.
Yeah, it's 11-11.
Like a cube or a square.
Exactly.
Just rigid, solid.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. Logical.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's why it's that's why 4 is equal to perfection.
Wow.
Well, and 444 would be 12. You know what I mean? Which would give you time.
Yes, and it would also be 11-11. So if ever you get one around and you pop on 11-11, something's telling you I always get an 11-11 as a positive message,
Yeah.
I think like a lot of people, probably you guys included, for me, I got into numerology before I got into like truth, and then for a while, so I got a kick out. I really liked the numbers, and then for a while I started hearing a lot of things about, well, these numbers are being used to put you under a spell and this and that, and it's evil elite stuff. So then I shied away from numbers, but now I'm back with digging numbers again because I see messages all the time from my father, for example. He passed away 3 years ago, and I'm constantly seeing the time on the clock would be either the day he was born or the day he passed.
Oh, yeah.
And it's beautiful. I love it every single time.
Well, don't stray away from numbers because numbers are truth, my friend. And just because the elites use those numbers you don't forget, numbers are just symbols, okay?
That's right.
It's the
That's right.
intent behind the symbol that's important. So
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I'm back to. I'm not afraid of numbers anymore.
all right, because they could use the number 33 to program your subconscious mind, but you can also use it too. Get it?
Yeah.
So it's a game. It's a big game, and we're just us players. We're just starting. We're like level 1 players, just starting out the game. Wait till we reach level 80, guys. You get it? Wait that's when the game's gonna open up, man. Just like when we used to play World of Warcraft, man. The game didn't start till you reached level 80. That's true.
Yeah.
I don't play that game anymore, by the way. Just using it as a reference.
Zenwen says intention. That was what was on my mind with the numbers thing. Intent.
Yeah.
I know a dude who he's not into any of this shit. And his favorite number is 13 because his boyhood hero was Dan Marino, the quarterback for the Miami Dolphins. And he wore number 13. And that's like an example of how his innocent childhood thing with that number trumps anything else that might be coming at him bad with that number. Anyway, I'm rambling a bit. Sorry.
No, it's good.
No, cool. What was I going to say?
Even someone in chat says 13 is cult stuff.
Oh,
but you
I was
smash,
born on the 13.
You could smash that 13 just with childhood innocence.
Joe, I was born on 13.
Hey, all right. Is it what month, man?
April.
All right.
My brother was born on the 13th of November. What star sign is that? OTW.
Say what?
What year are you? What month were you born?
April 13th, 1977. So if everybody wanted to know my birth date, you just got it.
I'm writing it down.
I was born at 2 o'clock in the morning if you want my astrological chart.
Whoa. I think my birth time was about in the morning sometime. I don't know exactly. My mother would never told me. But I'm a Pisces. I was born on the 20th of February, 1954. My favourite number's always been 5. And 5 comes up a lot for me. 55, 55, or
for me, the most recurring
comes
number
up quite a bit.
Oh yeah,
But
that's
the
a good
other lot.
number. I got this recurring 33 all the time, or 333, or 3333, or it's haunting me. I even made a video about it.
Hey, I think Christos might be backstage.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm about to hop on my laptop. So, Jay, there's gonna be another. Watch out! There's gonna be another account of mine coming on in a sec.
Oh, okay.
Oh, there we go. Somebody who just showed number 33 there.
Hey, so what are we talking about now?
Just bullshitting, Christos.
I see.
No, we were talking a little bit about numbers, how
yeah,
it's all about intent. If you have innocent intent with numbers, then you can really
hold on a second.
Well, it's about non-selfish intent, non-selfish intent.
Yeah. Yeah, I get that.
Intent to serve others. You know, that really means something to me.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
You know, create meaningful experiences, you know.
Yeah. Offering it up.
Huh. Up as in completing a process. And a theorio. Playa.
OT, you did a stream.
Go ahead.
You did a thing earlier, OT, about decoding something in the Bible. I didn't see it yet, but I'm looking forward to it.
Here you
Oh,
go.
you're muted.
OTW.
OT, you're muted, man.
Yeah, sorry about that. I thought I was like that. I was talking in thin air there. So what was the question again? Now I just got lost.
No, I was just saying that I'm looking forward to seeing the video. I guess earlier you made a video about decoding something in the Bible.
Yeah, but that was only part one. I got like maybe 2 parts of that one. Like I'm still working on the second part. In other words, it's just me re-editing a live stream that I did because you know, I took out all the crap, and when I'm stuttering and when I say the word "and" 3 times in a row, or when I say if, you know, I'm going you know, or something like that.
Yeah.
So I edit all that shit out, so I sound intelligent when I present the.
Hey guys.
Hey, Kay.
Tiz.
What's up, guys?
Hey, man.
How are y'all today?
Good. Everyone's good.
Right on.
Everyone.
Me too. I just got done making breakfast.
Let's see what's going on in chat. Yeah, DJ Emo says, I've simplified it all down to choice. That is our gift here. The choice to do good or evil with any atom of energy. Comma. Yeah, surf wisely when looking for friends. Yep.
Wow, thank you for reading that. Okay, so were we just talking about astrology a second ago?
Right now.
Yeah,
We were
someone
talking about astrology, right?
They were talking about the how Saturn equals Jesus, and I thought of the halo like that you see over Jesus' head oftentimes in depictions, like the ring of Saturn. If you know, if that's what it is.
Hey, well, check this out. This is going to be perfect to what you guys are saying. I'm going to need you to go full screen in a second.
Everybody's showing their faces at the moment. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. I figured I'd show you guys
I'm
my
not-
day.
I'm having to
Jay, put me full screen, Jay. Put me full. Thank you. Okay, so look at that. You see the ring? You see the ring around him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's it's supposed to be a chair, but if you look at it, it almost looks like you can tell it's a chair. But when I first saw this, I thought it was a ring like Saturn. I thought they were like putting like a celestial ring around him, like not only his halo, but like around his body.
Wow, man.
I
That is
also
an
see.
interesting
I
chair.
was-
You know, the chair.
Well, the fact that he's sitting on a throne, that tells a
diamond
lot,
shape.
doesn't it?
That's not a throne, though. I think that's more of a, or is it?
Looks
I
like a
think it's
cube.
throne.
It's hard to tell, right?
What an
It looks-
interesting
it
image.
kinda
I've never
looks
seen
like
that
a
image.
diamond.
That's
Leave
a
it
Jack
to
Diamond.
Christos.
I wonder if it could
Jack
be a
of all
Vermont.
trades.
Taurus Field.
Jesus the Carpenter.
DJ Emo says.
The
What a
Jack.
beautiful image.
It's
Christos.
a cool one.
It's very cool. I got it a while back from a former mentor of mine. Yeah, right away I saw like, oh wait, there's something to this picture. Yeah, it's definitely a chair, but like it looks like a cube at the same time. The way that it's depicted, like I think it's supposed to imply that it's more than a chair. It's definitely abstract.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, so Dean, you said something about psilocybin earlier. I've been microdosing mushrooms, but what I just took right now is Amanita muscaria gummies, which those are legal magic mushrooms, and
Wow.
they sell them down the street now.
We got a legal one?
Yeah, it's not. There's no psilocybin in it, but it's the Amanita muscaria. It's the red mushroom with the white dots, like the famous like Christmas mushroom, like reindeers would eat. Like
in
yeah,
Mario Brothers?
It's like that mushroom. It's the classic mushroom. Yeah. I just took a little gummy. I took like a third.
Wow.
It's not a lot. I took 3 gummies the first time that I tried it. First time I ever tried it. I took 3 gummies and it was a lot. It's psychedelic. It's definitely not. It can be underwhelming if you don't take enough. Like if you take 1 gummy, but like they suggest you take like 2 gummies out of the 3 that are sold in a package, and it says no more than 4 within 24 hours. So like, obviously,
Can I ask
You're
you?
feeling it.
Can I ask you, Christos? How many? What weight of Amanita mushroom would be in there?
There's 350 milligrams in a gummy.
And so, what size? What size piece of mushroom would that be? Like, would that be more than 1 mushroom?
We only work with big mushrooms around here.
Okay, yeah, because we get the same. We call them over here.
We get Mario mushrooms over here, guys. They're like the big giant red ones with the white dot. They're
Yeah,
all over everywhere.
we get-
mines and shit. They're
We get
everywhere.
them, and I'll tell you guys, some of them are like that.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
they're fucking dinner plates,
Where are you at?
In New Zealand.
Okay, I'm in Alaska.
Cool. In New Zealand, we've got like orange ones, bright on them.
It sounds like you get the same
Um,
kind we got. Amanita mascara.
Okay.
I think it's what it's called.
And I've never tried them, but I have heard so much about them. I've heard Renegade talk about them. I've heard this lady Amanita Dreamers, she calls herself, and she does a thing on the Amanita mushroom. In fact, it was her that I was listening to a podcast about that has sort of grown my interest because, I've used LSD in the past and I've used psilocybin mushrooms, and I feel like now that I wanted to not last time I did it was because I was just like as a kid, bloody, experimenting with drugs. But now I want to use it in a different way. I want to connect with my inner stand. I feel in a natural way, when using a mushroom. Yeah. I feel like I could even develop a sense of self in myself that I have yet to look at. Yeah. So I feel there's a journey there for me.
Yeah, mushrooms are the way to go for sure. It'll really help you heal. You'll connect to your ancestors. You'll connect to your soul. You'll feel like really connected to yourself. It'll be interesting. Like you'll think of past versions of yourself and like years ago and different times in your life, and you'll feel connected to like every single experience that you've had up until this point. Like if you ever feel disillusioned with yourself, mushrooms can actually help. Like so a lot of people associate mushrooms with deconstructing and breaking down, but like mushrooms can help you build back up if you feel like you're lost in life or you need inspiration or some direction. They're called golden teachers for a reason, all these different strain names. Like they can really help you like solidify your avatar and like principles and ideas
I like that
yourself
name,
that you
Golden Teacher.
Yeah, well there's a lot of fun names, you got Golden Teacher, you got albino, whatever. There's different albino ones. You got there's penis envy. You got all these funny names. You call the fairy dust. You call it the pixie dust. The golden flakes. The golden flakes that come off of these mushrooms. The pixie dust.
Could you imagine going to your dealer? Hey, let me get some penis envy.
Have you ever tried the peanut?
That's just funny.
There's
lots of names. That's very interesting. Those are it, huh? That's it. Okay. Yeah, I can see why they're doing that.
It's interesting, though. Just here we are at this stage, what I call this messy bloody place that we're living in at the moment. Like Jay was going through the beginning of the transition here, and it's just amazing how people are being so open-minded about things that were closed-minded before, such as mushrooms,
Mandela effect,
and just things that were like being part of prohibition, and like we've been excluded from, And
yeah, definitely.
I just feel like there's just this shift is for me it's exciting because we seem to have been living, mankind seems to have been living this very mundane way of being for too long,
Yeah, we need to come out of this dark age. You guys hear me all right? Like, I'm not really facing my computer, so like, I don't think my voice is
Chaga. I have a whole bag of chaga I'm going to send down to Stardust.
You guys hear me?
Yep, you're good.
Okay. I gotta figure out my fucking audio here. My fucking laptop is picking up my voice and not my headset.
You guys know anything about chaga?
Yeah. So I'm glad you brought that up. Yeah, I know
got a
about
bag
it.
of it in my hand.
The DNA. It helps repair DNA, right?
I don't know. That's what I'm asking. I don't know, but I know how to harvest it and find it. I know what it looks like, but I don't know anything about it.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I think
I'm gonna send
chaga
this to
is supposed to help
Starduster.
with. I think
She's
chaga
gonna
helps
she's
with
gonna
your
show me.
telomeres.
I'm gonna send this to Starduster, guys. This is all chaga.
So what do you smoke that stuff or what?
No, they like make cheese with it and stuff. I know that
Fuck
about
no.
it.
What are you saying, OTW? Is supposed to smoke chaga?
I don't know.
You're thinking of you're thinking of changa.
I know
Chaga.
You
shisha.
can
I think.
smoke changa.
No, this
Oh.
is chaga.
You know about
It's off
changa?
birch trees.
Is
No.
that DMT laced like herbal blend? Changa. Yeah, but chaga.
This isn't chaga. It's chaga.
Chaga. Yeah, right. Chaga mushrooms. Chaga mushrooms are legit though.
This is
Like,
supposed to be
they
the
got a lot of
the
health.
most antioxidant one.
Hey, shout out to Pineal Power
Yeah,
in
they
the
got a
chat.
lot of health properties. They got a lot of
I'm gonna
health
send it to
properties
Stardust
for
because
sure.
she can teach us. She says it's medicine and she knows what to do with it. So I'm gonna send her this whole bag.
Dudes, I gotta go to work. I'll be back though. It's a short shift, so I'll be back in 5 hours. OT, if you're on, I'll see you
that's
in a little
fun.
while, man.
Yeah, I'm
Later,
going
Joe.
live in 10
Yeah, we're
minutes.
about to hop on OTW's stream.
Good.
Cool. Jay, thank you for having me, man.
Absolutely.
Good to talk to you,
Thank you.
Joe. Good to talk to you, Joe.
Nice to meet you, Dean. Everybody, take it easy.
Peace, Joe, man.
Later, Joe.
All right, Joe. Come back. Come back later. Let's go. Cool. All right, yeah, this is perfect. We got like 5 minutes, 6 minutes before OTW stream starts.
Yeah, we still have time.
Dude, I'm looking forward to finish. There's definitely a couple things that I wanted to hit on when it comes to Prism, dude. It's a lit topic, man. I'm excited. I'm excited if we're coming in guns loaded, you know?
Yep.
Guns blazing.
Oh, for sure. On the second, this like in other words, we're like at part 2, and this one we got to come in like you said, like a guns blazing, man. We got to hit them hard on this part 2.
Well, it'll be good to listen to you
Definitely.
guys. That's for sure.
Hold on, Dean.
So I could
Definitely,
more
Dean.
chaga if anybody wants it.
Dude,
Seriously.
chaga is supposed to be good for your DNA. I'm pretty
I should
sure.
Probably just start mailing it to everybody then.
Oh, hey,
Yeah,
guys.
Yeah, there it
there's
is.
chaga, there's reishi, there's cordyceps, there's lion's mane. Lion's mane is probably the best one in my opinion.
How much they want for that
'cause it's
bag right there? Holy moly!
most
This stuff is everywhere,
psychoactive.
guys. It's easy for me to collect.
Lion's mane is the most psychoactive mushroom, and it has the coolest name, lion's mane. But it gives you a flow state.
That's what it looks like when
gives
I
you a
collect it
flow
right
state like coffee, and it's undeniably valuable. It gives you like mental energy, stimulation, and flow state. It's considered a nootropic, so it's good for cognitive function. It's
Okay,
been proven to help. Yeah, what's up? Go ahead, Dean.
I can't drink coffee. Coffee actually fucking reacts with me, and I end up with bloody because I got a heart fibrillation problem. And they gave me this bloody medication for a couple of years, and it just never seemed to do anything for me. So I gave bloody thing up, and I've gone back to just smoking weed, and yeah, just since moving out here, away from town, and probably not being so exposed to 4G, 5G, and all that other bloody bullshit. I haven't had the attacks, but I'd really like to think that I could improve my my connective flow, as what you're talking about here. Like you're using some people say you what I got from you then, excuse me, I stuttering and all that shit. But I got from you was that coffee helps people in a way too, because it's got an effect, the caffeine effect. And I was you were talking about the lion's mane having a similar effect. I was just wondering if that would be like a good thing for me in a way that other people use coffee. Yeah.
You drink coffee?
Well, I can't
I
drink
do.
coffee, no.
Right. Okay. Right. Because you just explained. Okay. Right.
I'm
Right.
I'm
Yeah.
a heavy caffeine taurine drinker.
You know about guarana? Guarana is supposed to be good for energy. As like a good replacement for caffeine.
I can't even take that, Christos. I can't even take that. That's too
Lion's
much for me.
mane.
Guarana's actually
Yeah,
too.
I suggest lion's mane. Yeah, lion's mane is legit for sure.
And
It
so,
seems
as a
like it'll give you
mushroom,
a
you're
flow
talking about
state.
it's the one
Yeah.
that grows sort of like long upwards with a flat back on it, is it?
I don't know exactly. I just know lion's mane
Well,
is
Jay Phillips was
Okay, I'm
explaining
gonna have to
incredible
look it
name.
up.
previously.
Yeah, I've looked
Yeah,
it up
because
a few times.
Jay Phillips was actually putting it on the screen just like maybe 3 minutes ago.
Oh shit, sorry. See my screen anyway today. It's got a bloody jumping going on. The internet tells
is.
me that I've got bad connection.
Check his screen, Dean. You'll see what it looks like.
Nah, it's not on there. My screen's my blood today.
Oh, it's too bad.
Yeah.
This guy is awesome.
Kind of looks like cauliflower.
Okay.
Yeah, it's true. That's true. It looks like cauliflower. You're absolutely right, AK. Good reference there, man. That's good.
Yeah, it looks like cauliflower.
Thank you, guys. Yeah, well, no.
See you later, Dean.
Take care, Joe.
Later.
All right, so
Look how big it is. Wow.
This guy is awesome. Everybody needs to check this guy out.
hey, I gotta go too, guys. My life's going up in 3 minutes.
Right on, brother.
Thanks a lot, Jay Phillips, for
Thanks for
having me.
showing up, man.
Yeah. Shout out to the chat and shout out to everybody in the panel. Peace.
Absolutely.
Shout out to
Peace.
OTW.
Lion's mane, yeah, that's so cool looking. It looks fluffy.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. There's a fluffy look about it. Yeah, I've done a little bit of looking into it. Christoph,
Paul Shemet. I'm gonna
Yeah.
check him out.
I got you, AK. You're gonna head over to OTW.
Yep.
Come on,
Thanks
guys.
for having me on, bro.
Okay, cool.
Right on, Christos. Appreciate you showing up, man.
Yeah, man, definitely. Are you about to end
thanks
it? Or
very
you gonna
much for
keep
having
going?
me.
I gotta go do some things, but I'll probably get up here later after everybody
Okay, for
else.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
Great-
I'm gonna go
great
over to
being with you
OTW.
guys today.
Yeah, thank you, Dean. Definitely,
Thank
I'm
you.
glad you hopped on.
And
Yeah,
thanks very
check
much
out
for
Lion's
having me,
Mane.
Jay. I will be looking into that. Yeah, I'll be in the chat at OTW. I'll go over there.
Definitely when you go to bed tonight or whatever, whenever you're bored, dude, check out that Celestine Prophecy again. It's a badass book, dude, and it talks about some real shit.
Word.
Right on, guys.
Definitely. All right,
Yeah, I
Jay.
will.
Hang well.
I will.
Peace. Much love. Much love, Dean. Come back. Come over to OTW.
Yeah.
I'll be over on OTW.
Okay. Peace, bro. I love ya. Yeah.
on, Dean.
Cool. Cool. Thank you very much, Jay, for talking with me, and I really
Absolutely.
appreciate. I really appreciate the response and the support that you guys are giving me too. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, man. We're all here, dude. We're all here. We've all, we're all going through things that nobody else knows about.
Exactly.
And so there's got to be some kind of understanding and some kind of leeway for everybody.
Yes.
And much forgiveness and
humble.
And humbling, yes, because the world does humble, right? You know that, Dean.
Yes, exactly.
The world humbles you and shows you that you really ain't shit. You really don't know shit.
Exactly. It's true. But it's a sure gift to be here anyway, and that's the wonderful thing about it, is that even though we don't know what will come and whatever, at least we can appreciate that we are here. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, man, and I'm getting ready. I'm expecting and here in April, so I'll have a new little life.
Oh, yeah?
With me. Yeah, man.
Awesome. Well, congratulations. I'll wait for the day, of course, but awesome, mate. Awesome. Oh, amazing gift that they are, bro. Amazing.
Yep. I've been thinking names, man. I really like Elios Eon, man.
What name?
Elios or Elios. Just
okay.
Elios. Something like that. And then Eon for the middle name.
A boy? You're expecting a boy, obviously.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Beautiful, bro. Absolutely beautiful. Yeah. My Maureen has had 6 children.
I've only got 3 living now, though.
She's only got 3 living.
Oh.
3 oldest girls.
I myself have never had my own children. I have been with partners who have, and of course I have sons and that I call and in a different eye, I believe that we can be a father to children no matter who we are,
Yep.
So yeah, amazing time for you, bro. Awesome. Yeah, Maureen said that. Yes, she says make sure you hold that baby.
Yeah, close to your skin, skin to
skin between you and mum
and baby,
3 and get that bond in there straight away, Jay.
Yep. Yeah, I play guitar, so I'm always playing guitar for the little dude.
Yeah,
awesome.
Cool.
Awesome.
I used to sing to all mine and tell them stories.
What's down in her tummy? Did you hear Maureen say that?
I didn't, bro.
Oh, well, Maureen just said that when they were in her tummy, and tell them stories.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
You
Yeah,
know,
I've been getting books and clothes and all kinds of stuff.
And
Yep.
you know when they're listening.
yeah.
Yep.
Especially if they're in the womb, you can see them moving, and so that especially with music, you can actually see them.
So Maureen's actually
moving.
telling me it's like a 3D movie going on in the inside of her tummy.
Yes.
The child's moving, whatever's going on, you know.
Mhm. Their hearing is
And
quite
that is an amazing thing. But I'll
Yes,
let you go, bro, because we'll go over to OT.
Okay.
And well, I'll chat with you over there. Have a great day, bro.
Hey, you too, man. Much love.
Much love and respect, bro.
Yep. Oh yeah, bro. Right on, brother. Yeah, all that stuff is really important. Holy shit. I'm not the best father. Yep. I ain't the best father, but you know, we all do our best. Yep. Little dude. Hello? Give me a second.